And he makes both free throws. Five seconds left in the first half. Here's Jackson. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. 76ers on top, up 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the...
Just what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. The 76ers lead it. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. Roten, the pass to Grant. Expanding his range. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Embiid's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the 76ers. Rose dishes to Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Myers. And here's Rose. Dishes it to Jackson. From deep. Again, the miss by Jackson. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Roten with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. There's a good screen. Roten, no good.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jackson. The 76ers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Third quarter of basketball, we're about a minute and a half in. Kicks to Grant. That one's good from the corner. Grant's got 6 points. Bulls trail by 3. Rose off the pick from Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Rose. For the tie. And the Bulls another 3.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
Grant with a screen on Rose. Roten kicks to Grant. Pass to Roten. Shoots the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Jackson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For the lead. Shot's good. And now a 3-point Chicago lead.
That's now a dozen. Straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Doris Burke has some information.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Here's Roten. They can't stop the run with that one.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Noah the screen. Jackson passes to Noah. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Jumps up, and the dunk by Grant.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition plan for the steal all the way to the basket.
Defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Lets it go from deep. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Rose. 20 points for the kid.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Here's Roten, rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rose dishes to Jackson. Noah with a screen for Jackson. He kicks to Noah. Shoots from the elbow. Again, Chicago.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
Grant with a screen on Rose. Off the screen. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 6 points. That one good from Grant.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks just to get you some open looks like that one.
Jackson can't get that one to fall.
But his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Grant with a screen on Rose. Roten kicks to Grant. Passes it to Stanley. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Outside for Jackson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And it's Butler missing. The 76ers trail by 6. Embiid, the pass to Grant. Embiid dishes to Roten. And the layup's good off the glass. Roten's got 18 points.
Boy. Nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Jackson kicks it to Noah. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Roten, the pass to Myers. From 12 feet out. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Jackson. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 15 points in just the second half.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Roten with it. He's got 18. Grant up top. Here's Roten. drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Rhoden's got 20 points. Bulls have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Outside Rose. He feeds it to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Back to Rose. That one rolling around and runs out.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now Jackson. He's got 23. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now the pass to Sampson. There's the dish to Cannon. There's the pick. Covington in the corner. Lets it go from deep. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Cannon.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Now here's Jackson. That drops. Jackson's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Here's Cannon, guarded by Jackson. For the three. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at, and now in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And Kevin, immediately when you start talking about averaging a triple